what it looks like is that obviously it will take the Glazers out of the firing line. If Sir Jim Ratcliffe would take over all football operations, and maybe there might be some changes there and everything, but it means that they are not directly involved in the running, in the daily running and the football operations of the club. So they will be taken out of the fire line. But more than anything, what United needs is that they come in calm waters, where there's a clear view and a clear strategy of how to take the club forward with the right investments, and that we can only wait until those people come out and shine some light on how they're going to do it.
And there could be a role for Sir Dave Brailsford, who, of course, has transformed Team Sky and Ineos Grenadiers. I mean, that would be some appointment in the day-to-day football running of United, wouldn't it?
It would, but like I said again, it's all speculation at now, where we can only go with media reports. We have to wait and see, and until these people come out and be clear and say, yes, we have got this 25% stake, and this is how we're going to do it. Only then you can form an opinion how that future is going to look like.
They're talking about increasing the capacity of the stadium to 90,000 if this were to happen. Wow.
It would be amazing, but I think it's very clear and it's been documented very, very well that Old Trafford needs revamping, and it needs, some really thorough investment. So does Carrington, so all these things that need to happen, even around Carrington. There's a lot of things that need to be happen if Man United were to go back, but more than anything, you want Man United back where they belong, which is challenging for the Premier League titles and the biggest titles in Europe.
At the moment, there's no real sense of that happening. When you look at the first 8 games, is there? What have you made of it?
It was a full start, for sure, and I think that if you look at the beginning, listening to Erik Ten Hag, I think he was managing his sort of expectations, to be fairly honest, but he wouldn't expect it to start like this. So they need to get the show on the road as quick as possible, and to get a run of games, good wins, to then calm everything down and get the best out of the team.
You've been saying that Casemiro and Varane haven't got the legs for the Premier League. How concerned are you about those two and the team generally at the moment?
Well, you always look at teams and performances, and I think the Premier League is so diverse, so intense. Those guys coming from a different, from Real Madrid, a big club, but a different league, which is different, where you dominate normally 80% of possession or a little bit less, but you've got different distances to cover. And the Premier League is a different, it's a different kettle of fish, and that has obviously been shown in those early games where United have been, sort of played through in the middle of the park. So he needs to shore that up. Obviously, Amrabat has come in, and he's still got McTominay in there to feed in. But, that's the sort of observation that I had as a coach.
Yeah, and McTominay, with the goals against Brentford, Fergie time, still works at United. What did you make of that amazing recovery against Brentford?
I was very pleased for Scott, because I know him, from a very early age as a young boy. He's such an honest player, plays high on energy, and Manchester United means everything to him. And for him, to do that, to turn it around, was fantastic, but it was also very good, for the fans itself. So there is still, and it was important to win that game, to go in the break, in the FIFA break, and to come out of it on a positive note.
What have you made of Højlund?
I think he's a very good prospect. I think he's a very hard-working striker, a lot of potential, still getting used to the Premier League, but what we've seen, in the first game is very promising.
But they're not going to win the Premier League, are they?
Well, it's going to be, if they do, it will be one of the biggest miracles in the Premier League.